To understand a huge part of what's going on in my life right now is to understand what brings me together with these two kooky individuals every Monday. Erica is the founder of the Seaster Crew, and E2 is the founder of all things Vessel Trey, Trey being the current flagship of Seaster. And me? I'm part of the crew, and I produce media for both Erica and E2. Currently, I'm editing a video project about the restoration of Vessel Trey with E2, and all three of us are working on producing the podcast I Am Maritime under the Seaster brand. Both are in the works, and I'll definitely let you know where you can enjoy them once they're finished. All three of us are driven to create a cozy and welcoming environment for other wayward Maritimers who look a little less like the maritime norm and look a little more like us.
Oh, that color. That's
It's beautiful.
Color.
Yeah.
And then this is the lighter, and that's the deeper, the skin.
Mm-hmm. So the skin is what gives that weird mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I mean, I think if I don't know, if I peeled the
Try it.
If I peeled the skin off, I forget. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen your blog.
The last few days?
No.
Oh my God, I need to wear my beanie. My hair's so dirty.
Your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. But it's dirty.
Wait, that's a perfect beanie to go with.
Angela's
The color.
Can I balance it?
That's a good question. Yes, there you go. Now you're like a little stupa. A Buddha stupa that has a little...
Oh. All right, we're in Olympia to have a meeting.
A very important business meeting.
Very important business meeting.
We're doing very serious stuff.
Very serious.
Always.
E2 is usually away right now. Go down a little, bend your knees a little. Ah! This is the thumbnail. Oh my God, fun.
My mouth is still.
I know.
That's because they're not fuyus. They're the wrong ones. You have to get fuyus. Those are horrible.
Horrible? Well, I don't think they're
will not-
horrible.
Those won't make your
They're
mouth.
not horrible.
Those won't make your mouth fuzzy.
But we can't be mean to them. They're beautiful.
They're meant for guinea pigs, I think.
Oh, we eat the guinea pig's food. Sorry, guineas.
Yeah, but that one's good.
This is the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey girls.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's very different.
And this one is a little soft, which is good.
Here, you have to introduce Erica.
Erica.
Look, Erica.
Erica has also.
Oh, I gotta get. Hi. Persimmons 101.
You guys have been in the vlog, probably didn't even know that you're on the internet.
No. Hi, everybody. Maybe it's best not to know.
The views.
How was your evacuation?
Really pretty.
Okay, we have to dance.
So this is my blog, Pathway to the Pilot House, and it's being published right now on Maritime Mosaics with Annie Means Substack. And I wanted to start there because we have so much going on with the nonprofit. I felt like having Annie curate this would kind of take a load off. So it's the beginning of something. So Pathway to Pilot House might become something else along the way. But I made a transition, I coalesced the nonprofit and the advocacy work with my ambition to be a Washington State Ferry captain or officer. So this is blog 6. So it will reference some of the other blogs, but I encourage anyone to follow. It's really great. So, but this one I feel like has taken 8 years to write because a lot of us in maritime who feel underrepresented, we didn't know how to use our voices or how to advocate for ourselves. So, and we would get frustrated because we're like, why would people not want us to succeed? What's the problem with that? Anyway, this touches on it a bit. So this is blog 6, Pathway to Pilot House, column 6 on bias, belonging, and moments that change us. The preamble is not my voice, it's Annie's, but I feel like I should read it. November 12th marked the end of the longest government shutdown in the United States history. Rarely do we notice how deeply federal authorities underwrite our daily infrastructure until those services vanish. In the past 43 days, we have seen food security, public transportation, and environmental protections hang precariously in balance. The maritime sector was no exception to these withdrawals. Erica Lichty, author, mariner, advocate, and Washington State Ferry employee, reminds us of this reality in her most recent Pathway to the Pilot House column, showing how the ripple effects of a shutdown reach straight onto the decks of our state's car and passenger vessels. Beyond the fallout of the 43-day standstill, Erica drives home some pertinent messages about both the economic and cultural positioning of inclusion in the marine industry. With this sixth column, I want to take a moment to thank Erica for offering a unique, and thank you, Annie, candid and deeply lived account of what it means to be a mariner actively working to create change from within the system. Her steadfast commitment to both this project and to climbing the ranks of the Washington State Ferry System offers a perspective this platform is proud to champion. In an uncertain media landscape where one has to wade through what is frankly a lot of muck, her voice cuts through with uncommon clarity and honesty. Thank you, Erica. So, thank you, and thank you for listening. Yeah. All right, that was Annie Means, editor and founder of Maritime Mosaics. All right, column 6. These last 2 months have unlocked more in me than I expected. So let's talk about disarming bias, finding a sense of home in this industry, and everything I thought about while waiting for my able-bodied seaman, AB, unlimited ticket, to arrive during a government shutdown. 2 days before the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, I passed my exams and submitted my paperwork to reinstate my AB license. The moment I walked out of the federal building, the doors were locked behind me. My license has been sitting on someone's desk ever since. So I kept myself busy. I was invited to join the Washington State Ferry's Diversity Advisory Group, DAG. Their mission is clear: to promote and sustain a culture rooted in diversity, equity, and inclusion, to reflect the common communities we serve, to create policies and practices that dismantle systemic racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, religious discrimination, and ableism for employees, passengers, and partners. Period. I'm still getting my feet under me in this space, making introductions, feeling out the room. But one takeaway hit me hard: the fear of peer accountability. Folks don't speak up for one another because they know the consequences of having a target on their back. It's a systemic issue and one we've been approaching from the wrong direction. We need to get under it, into it, and on the same page. We need a framework for belonging, mentorship, and sustainable maritime workforce. Messages about inclusion often get dismissed as political instead of economic structural truths. To reach the mariners who shut down at the first hint of DEI, we have to speak from shared values: pride in work, safety, tradition, and the future of our fleet. Bias isn't just a social issue, it weakens our maritime workforce. The strength of the U.S. merchant marine has always come from grit, skill, and respect for the sea. But when parts of our workforce are discouraged or shut out, we weaken the very system we depend upon. Today, we're facing shortages not because people can't hack it, but because too few see a future for themselves here. That's not just a labor problem, it's a cultural one. If we want this industry to thrive, we have to widen the gangway, pass on our knowledge, and build a culture where every capable mariner can belong. About a month ago, I was on watch while the second mate held court in the crew day room. We got along well enough. He'd heard a bit about my background, and we'd swapped a few stories. He began telling a group of crew about a maritime instructor at an institution not affiliated with Washington State Ferries, someone several of them knew from this particular school, who'd been dismissed for sexual harassment. Everyone leaned in, and then he turned to me. "Do you have kids?" he asked. "Yes, a son." "Well, imagine you had a daughter enrolled at a maritime academy." Oh, the irony. He launched into the story of how this instructor approached a young cadet in the wheelhouse and told her how attractive she was and how attracted he was to her. The room was horrified, shocked, outraged. I laughed. I looked around at all their faces and I said, of course it happened. It happened to a lot of us. And then, because sarcasm is sometimes armor, I added, and it's probably happening floors right above us right now. Debbie Downer reporting for duty. But something shifted. This officer, who I had a hunch didn't think much about inclusionary efforts at all, looked genuinely rattled by the story. Somehow he didn't see the connection. Somehow he didn't realize this is why the work matters. Across the merchant marine workforce, and right here in WSF, Washington State Ferries, there's a growing rift between legacy mariners and the new generation entering through non-traditional pathways. We have academy graduates who are technically prepared but need experience, and trainees with no maritime background entering accelerated programs to help fill a critical workforce shortage. Every mariner started somewhere. Too many senior officers will treat mentoring as optional rather than a core duty of holding a license. When professionalism isn't modeled, when knowledge isn't passed on, we reinforce the very barriers we claim don't exist. This drives people away. It threatens retention. It weakens the fleet. If we want a maritime workforce that reflects our region and stays, we need officers who understand that leadership includes culture building, teaching, and widening the gangway for those coming up behind them. In the previous piece, I wrote about opening doors and having the courage to walk through them. Now I want to share what it looks like to walk through a door with someone. For anonymity, I will call her Hope. Hope's a fairly new hire at WSF. I'd sailed with her once before and knew pieces of her story. Her hesitation to enter maritime at all, her fear of how she'd be received. She finally took the leap in her 30s, but environment hasn't been kind. She's struggled to find community, conversations feel guarded, tools and resources aren't shared, and she hadn't been in a wheelhouse since her initial training. That day, I knew the relief captain. I had a sense the mate was solid, so I asked them privately if we could help a fellow mariner out, if Hope could come up and actually steer the vessel. They didn't hesitate. Bring her up. I told Hope I wanted to take a walk. As we made our way to the top deck and into the pilot house, I saw her eyes widen. I took her hand and I told her I wouldn't leave her side. What happened next still shakes my voice when I talk about it. Those officers went above and beyond. They answered every question. They let her explore. They let her be curious. And yes, they let her drive the ship. I stood quietly in the background, telling myself not to cry. When we finally stepped back out onto the deck, we walked a few yards before stopping, and then we just held each other. I don't know how long Hope will stay. I don't know if she'll remain in maritime at all, but that moment mattered. It was something big, and it was something incredibly easy for those with licenses, privilege, and opportunity to do, to help someone be seen and to help them stay. This isn't about division, it's about connection, accountability, and creating a safer, sturdier environment for anyone who steps aboard. Not everyone believes this work is necessary. I can respect that. But for those who have lived gender-based inequity or who simply want to make things better, we should be creating spaces to listen, learn, and lead together. Early in this column series, I wrote about a coworker who told me to focus on what the job is and not what it isn't. And I agree, but I also never want to stop trying to make it better. Yesterday, November 14th, I received a message from the Coast Guard. My AB document is in the mail. In about a week, I'll be sailing as an able-bodied seaman for Washington State Ferries. Another step closer to the pilot house.
Fuck!
I love that article so much. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing writer.
Such a good
You're
reader.
a good one. Oh, thank you.
Wait, is the light okay if we go like, wait, if we go like this? Is it better? A little bit better, maybe? No.
But then you can't see the Christmas tree.
Oh, okay. We're going around again. Here we go. There it is.
There, the Christmas tree is.
All right.
Put it between us.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm headed back to Seattle, and E2 staying down here with Erica for the night.
Yeah.
slumber party. And Erica, thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Where are you hiding? There you are. Aww.
Aww.
All right. See you tomorrow.